Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Georgiana with Expressions Craft Studio, and today we're doing, oh dear, I have forgotten, Leaf 25. We're doing Leaf 25, and I'm not sure if I forgot as much as I tried to block it out, because it's a repeat of 24, where we then go back and fill in. So this was 24. And then we go back and we fill in the little loops. So if you remember, I had a hard time with this one. It was so foreign to me for some reason. So I'm going to try and do it here again just to see if I can refresh my memory. And let's see. So again, I don't think I said this. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired today. So this is Leaf 25 from Shivani Creations 30 leaf video. And basically the way this one starts is you come up through the second loop and wrap it over, the end over, and then you take the longer end and you come up through the first loop and wrap it behind. And then from there you go back up through the second loop, and then you come over that loop and one other one, or two loops, however you want to word that, and you come down. Then you come back up right behind it and go back down right behind that. So basically you're just going up, over, up, back, yeah. And I didn't actually, oopsie, I did it wrong. I was going to say I didn't have to remind myself how to do this today or rewatch to see. I actually think maybe I finally remembered. It was so hard for me to get this one. So there we've got the 3 loops. So you're going to come back up next to this loop here, and then you're going to skip one and then go down, and then you're going to come right back up behind it and then back down over that. And once you get that, it's pretty simple. It's just a matter of repetition. So we've come back up next to our loop, and then we're going to skip one and go down, then come right back up the one we skipped and go back down. So we come right back up where our loop is. We skip this gap and we go down in the next gap. And then we come right up behind that and then go right down over that. And we just keep doing that. Oops, that was in the wrong one. Until we have it as long as we want. And I think I'll just do one, maybe 2 more. We'll see how much. Nope, just 1 more. So then you're going to glue the back side of it down. Oh wow, I just pulled the head of the pen right off of that. I don't have any pliers handy. Wow, that really got stuck in there. Well, there we go. Tweezers. Okay. So we're going to glue this down along the back, this extra strip back here. And my pen is rusting, and that's probably what caused that. My pen's not stainless steel. Yeah, that's not working. So we're gonna glue that down, and it's probably a waste of time here, but I'm going to try to get that pen back in without skewering my finger, just to open up that glue hole. Okay, so we're going to add some more glue here. Yeah, it's taken on a different color because the pen's rusting. So you want to use a stainless steel pen. I just grabbed one that was handy and didn't double check to see what it was made out of. All right, so there you go. There you have your vine, stem, I guess. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so I'm not going to do another one of those, but I did go ahead and start making the little filler teardrop shapes. So I used half a strip and just coiled it up as normal. I really am tired today. I'm so sorry. Don't know what's going on. Here we go. Okay, so take that off and see if I can pick all this up without making a mess. I really need to clean my desk. So I was using hole number 6 here because these are very tiny. And let's see if we can glue this down. Just a tiny little, yeah. So there's one. And then once you get it glued, you're just going to pinch one side of it to make that teardrop. And we'll do this one. Just a little bit of rusty glue there. Okay. And pinch. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to move this back out of the way. Oops, as I drop stuff on the floor. So I did have a little trouble kind of getting some of these in, these slots or these loops yesterday. Oh, again, let me put my pen back in there. Okay, it's in, and here's somewhere on my desk is the little bead. I don't know if I can get that back on there or not, or if it's even worth trying. But anyway, what I did was I just took and I spread these out a little bit with my reversible tweezers, and I found it worked easier for me if I started from the back, the fatter side of the teardrop, and kind of played with it till it fit down in there. Oh, that one went in pretty good. All right, let's hope this one does, because this looks like it's a smaller loop. And I think I actually meant to cut a little bit more off that strip before I coiled it and glued it. And you can see that that stained glue does show up. Yeah, it's kind of blurry, but it does show up a little bit. So you don't want to use your any glue that's going to not dry clear. I didn't realize that was rusted. It wasn't rusted yesterday when I was in here, but today it is. I might have to redo this one because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it in there. Oh, there we go. Oh no, we're not. I just bent it, that's all. I just kind of crushed the paper a little bit. Let's see if I can straighten it back out. Alright, maybe if I hold it, it'll work. Or maybe I really just need to make another one that's just a hair smaller. Oh, I got it. Okay, those are kind of fussy. So anyway, what did I say this was? I've already forgotten. Leaf 25, I think. And there it is with it, oops, filled in. And I actually do like the way it looks filled in, but it's a lot of trouble at least for me, to get those tiny little teardrops in those. Now some of the loops, for some reason, maybe I didn't pull my paper as tight when I was wrapping it, some of the loops seem a little bigger than others, but it is cute. I do like the finished leaf, the look of the leaf, as opposed to this, which this looks okay too, but filled in it does look nicer. So there you go. That was leaf. Again, I think it's 25. Whatever I said earlier, I will have it in the name of the video. But it was getting this shape here was a lot harder for me than I thought it was going to be. But I think I finally got it figured out because I just did that one. So why don't we just make one more of those, just because I need the practice, obviously. So slide that out of the way, see if this works. So we're going to go up through this second slot here, and we just want it to roll over a little bit because you're going to need that to glue. And sometimes it can be a little hard holding on. So then you're going to come back up through the first slot, let it slip underneath, and wrap it back. So then you're going to come right back up in the second slot, so that paper is going to be touching upon itself. You're going to go over 2 slots, and then you're going to come right back up and right back down. Alright, so we come right back up in that slot, and we go over 2, and then we circle right back around, over, down, and slip it down in there. And we're going to come right back up so that it's right next to the previous loop. We're going to skip a slot, go down. I didn't skip one. Skip one. There we go. Come right back up around that tine that you just looped around, over the next tine, down, slip it down and back. So it isn't as difficult. I guess I was just making it harder than it needed to be. I don't know, but it was a hard one for me to grasp, that's for sure. But I think I've got it now, which is good. In case I ever need to make it again, maybe it won't take me as long to relearn it, because I don't plan on doing any more of these unless she's got more in the video. To be honest, it's been a while since I watched the video, so I can't exactly remember what's coming up. And there we go. So we'll glue that down with our tainted glue. And again, my strips are all 10.5 inches. I did adjust my file a little bit because I saw another Cricut user had done a file, and hers was several years old, but where she had skipped the top and the bottom borders by placing her paper in the middle of the cutting mat. And I tried that, but it did end up on several of the pieces that I cut, or several of the sheets that I cut, it did end up kind of peeling up and tearing some of the strips. So I like my original way of doing it, even though there's a little bit of waste at the top and the bottom and the sides. For me, it just seemed like it was a better option, because once it starts tearing while it's on the cutting mat, it's hard. I don't like to walk away from that, and now that I know it tears, I won't walk away from it. But not everybody's retired and sitting in a nice quiet house. Some people have a house full of kids or a house full of pets. I've just got the one, and she's mostly just noisy, not so much. Well, she does get into stuff, who am I kidding, but she's a cat, not a dog, so it could be worse. Alright, so there you, oops, I must have made one longer than the other. Let me go switch that around. I was just practicing, so I probably just picked up a scrap and used it. But there we go. It'll fit together like that. So let's do a little bit of gluing. Let's see if we can't finish this one out. I'm not going to fill this one, but you could. And you could fill it, instead of with another shade of green, fill it with a pink or a light blue or a purple or something so it looks like little flower buds. That was something I was thinking yesterday when I was working on this. Just kind of trying to get this glue to grab a hold here. But yeah, I thought if you put little colored ones in there other than, you know, a green, that it would look like some kind of little stocky type flower. So maybe I should grab I wonder what colors I have. I think all I've got are shades of yellow and green. So I'd have to cut some more out, but anyway, there you go. So let's move on to the next one for tomorrow, and hopefully it's easier for me, because I'm not kidding, this one was tough. But there you go. Oops, takes me forever, but I get it centered. All right, thanks everybody for joining me, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's, because I think it'll be I'm hoping it'll be something different. All right, thanks guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.